cubed equals 3 phases of life. Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, I won't waste your time this morning trying to explain some mathematical equation. What I will do is ask you for a significant commitment. The commitment is time. What makes it significant is because no matter what I do today, I can never give you that time back. But what I promise to do is deliver a message so meaningful, so powerful, so important, that you will be able to take it forward and use it in every aspect of life. The message I want to deliver is F cubed equals 3 phases of life. The first F phase of life is fear. Fear is something that we are cursed with from the time we exit the mother's womb. Fear is what causes the infant child to weep upon entering this earth. Fear is the breeding ground. It is energized by the unknown, which is why the infant cries, because everything that they've known during the developmental stage has just dramatically changed. Fear will always be with you. Fear will cause a middle-aged child to sit in the back of the classroom and not raise their hand when the teacher poses a question. Fear will cause an adult to engage in a relationship that is toxic, non-productive. It's not good for you. It won't even be good to you. But the fear of being alone, the fear of having to start over, will cause you to stay in that relationship. Fear will cause a Toastmaster to come into a club, sit in every meeting, week after week, month after month, and never attempt an icebreaking project. Fear of forgetting what to say. Fear of people looking at you. Fear of fear of fear. We are invested with fear from the time we come into this earth. The good news, ladies and gentlemen, is that fear is followed by the second F phase of life, which is faith. And if you allow faith to take control over fear, then you will be empowered to work your way through any endeavor. It is faith that causes that infant child, when placed in the mother's arms, to go from weeping to subdued and calm. It is faith that will cause that student to take their homework home, read it, study it, be prepared to answer a question, and raise their hand when called upon. It is faith that will allow you to get out of that toxic relationship once you decide you've had enough, and not worry about what comes next, because you'll trust that things will be okay. It is faith that will cause that new Toastmaster to stand before the club after they've picked up that Competent Communicators Manual, after they've read all of the objectives, after they've prepared their presentation, after they've studied it in the mirror, and they can boldly and proudly stand before the club and deliver that project with confidence. That's what faith will do for you. But the best thing about faith, it is followed by fulfillment, which is the third F phase of life. And fulfillment is that internal feeling. It can't be seen, it can't be heard, it can't be felt by anyone on the outside, which means, ladies and gentlemen, as long as you feel fulfilled, nobody can take that away from you. Fulfillment is what caused that infant child to go from subdued and calm to smiles and laughter. Fulfilled is what causes that student to move from the back of the class to the front of the class, because now they feel good about being able to answer a question. Fulfillment is what makes that young Toastmaster proudly stand before the club after delivering their project, accept the applause from their fellow Toastmasters, listen for that feedback on what they could have done better, because we can always get better, and recognize that positive feedback that tells you there are things that you do well that you never realized you did until someone brought it to your attention. It is the F3 phases of life, ladies and gentlemen, that rotate throughout our lives continuously. As I begin to close, I will take you back in time and remind you that I asked you for a significant investment. The investment of time. An investment that I could never pay back. But I promised you that I would deliver a message so meaningful, so powerful, so important that you could carry it forward with you through life. My call to action for everyone within the sound of my voice is to recognize that fear is a real phase of life. It's been with us from the time we came into this world. But don't worry about fear, because faith is far stronger than fear if you just trust in it. And know that if you allow your faith to carry you through your fears, that fulfillment stands on the other side. And that is an internal feeling that no one can touch, no one can take away from you, no one can harm you. Ladies and gentlemen, F3 equals 3 phases of life. Madam Congress.